Hello there, welcome into the crystal shop today. Is there anything I can get for you, do for you? You'd like some crystals assessed? Okay, yes, do you need them identified or are you looking for their quality? Okay, alright, could I see them? You can just put them on the table there. Okay. Alright, so got some pretty big ones here. Alright, well I can tell you off the bat this is a calcite. They kind of have this waxy but smooth look and feel to them. This one I'm assuming is a zebra calcite because of the striations throughout them, the lines and the layering. Let's see. Okay, I will probably have to look this one up. It's very soft to the touch, smooth. Okay. And I will put gloves on and use different tools to go through these a little bit better. Just first looking at them. So this is amethyst, we know that. Yeah, okay. Questioning the quality of it. Alright. Yeah, it is kind of odd because while it is amethyst, it does look... There's something a little off about it, so I can see why you're wanting it assessed. Let's see, and then you've got, alright, this one's got the aura kind of paint on it. Yeah, that is a coating that they put over it. This is not natural on these. So I think it's an aura quartz, but we'll look at that too. This one, ooh, it's got like a little window. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. Looks like it's a mix of a couple different things there. Okay, first you just wipe them down. Now, some crystals should not touch water, liquid of any kind, because it can cause them to dissolve. Because I'm not sure about this one. I'm just gonna swipe it real quick. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe down so there's nothing potentially hiding anything from my view. Any dirt, dust kind of stuff that could appear a different way. Okay, that one's wiped down. Do the calcite. I also don't know if any of these have a coating over them. This one shouldn't. It feels like it should. Like it should, but... Just want to be sure. Okay. This one is questionable. Could also just need a really good wipe down too, but it's not very heavy. You can kind of tell by the weight of crystals, the quality, by their... You'd think this would be a lot heavier than it feels, yeah, so I'll take a look into this. That is interesting. Is it coming off of every side when I do this? Or just this one? Okay. Very interesting. Definitely has something on it. That's why we wipe them down. Okay, let's flip it so we don't get anything on anything else. Yes, I am somewhat of an expert. I do still have to refer to Google for some things, of course, but we're gonna do the whole test, whole appearance test and everything, especially for the ones we don't quite know. I don't know if I do this, if it'll take this off. I don't really want to do that. Just want to get some of the crevices here. That's good. And last one here. Just give it a good wipe. This one is either very well polished or it does have a coating over it. It's very smooth. So let's start with this one. Get my light. I'll also put a glove on. So I'm thinking that one is Rainforest Jasper. I will need to be tapping on it with my nails and such, but just to keep it mostly protected here, we'll do this. Do you remember where you got each of these? Okay. Craft fair. Yeah, I can see why you want them assessed then. Oop. The light may want to go out. Okay, so it's got different inclusions here of what I believe to be smoky quartz, just because it is see-through, but it's got this dark tint to it which can be seen with the naked eye. Let's see, what we got? Different. Looks like glossy spots on it. Yeah, that's what brings me to the conclusion of Rainforest Jasper. It looks quite similar to moss agate with the way that it's got This one I believe is mixed with quartz, but you can kind of see, not sure if you'll be able to see through it if I do this. I need to find a good side, but you can kind of see there that there are clearer spots, and then it's got these mossy inclusions, and this one is very, very full of the different moss sections running through it. That is why I picked this one up, because it is just so amazing to see the moss running through it. It looks like a topographic map, and that's what caught my eye. So let's put that back. So this is quite similar, because you can see here, even without the light, it's got this green spot, and then I'm thinking it's a jasper because of how everything's running through it. Now, let's see with over there. I just want to tap on it too. You can tell the quality from the sound it makes. And I do apologize if my voice kind of goes in and out. The allergies got me today. Okay, and it does sound different from the solid color here to the see-through. Alright, so if I do have this one wrong, I'll assess it further. Your zebra calcite here. Sounds softer, which is how calcite is. I do appreciate a good calcite. I do have a couple of those as well, like this one, and there may be some other smaller ones that I have here. This is beautiful. Let's take the light. See if there's any spots we can see light through, or if it is opaque. Let's see here. Okay. So you can see some light through it. In this white spot here, it's translucent. It's only really in the striations you got going on here. Let's see the lines here. So I'm wondering if that is something that's just sandwiched in there, or what. I normally see the white and black together like this, but I'm going to perform a scratch test here. Okay. So as you can see, it does leave these little scratches. It is more of like a white powder. I was able to just take it right off. Yep, alright. So, let me write this down. Let's use this. Alright, so zebra, calcite. That does leave scratch, and it is a white chalky mark. And then we have the rainforest, jasper with smoky quartz. There we go. And I'll leave this list for you to take along with you so that you can refer back to it if you have any questions. Set that down. And what else? This is coral quartz, I believe. I will Google to confirm, just because it has this paint on it. That's what makes me believe that. So it may not be super easy to see through, but you can see that the paint, depending on how the light's hitting it, it's also kind of run down the sides, so it shimmers. And we have this with the paint, it kind of makes it difficult for the light to pass through. Yeah, it's more opaque. Solid. Alright. See here. Maybe this one will get anything out of the crevices here. There we go. Alright. That sounds how quartz should sound. Okay, let me see about. I'll do a scratch test with it, but I'm gonna use this side of it so we don't leave any marks and take paint off. So as you can see, these are very fine scratches. Actually, you may not even be able to see them out if I do this. There's one right here and right here. They're very fine, and then I am able to wipe them away. So it's decently hard. The calcite left a wider white line, so that shows the difference in hardness, like I said. So we have quartz. Yes, I do have pieces of quartz here that aren't painted if you're interested in one of those. Let me think here. I know I've got some on hand. Alright, here it is. So, I have a couple different variations. This one is lower quality. As you can tell, it's a little yellow. There's just a little tinge of yellow to it. So if you care about the purity of it, it is a little bit more reasonable just because of that. This is a better quality cut, and I can show you side by side what they look like. Yeah, so this one looks clearer, and if we hold the light up to it, it goes right through. Yep. And there's some like lines through it, but other than that, it's pretty clear. I do get quite a few people buying these types of points to use in crystal necklaces and such. And then if you're looking for more of a tumbled version to carry around in your pocket all day, I do have these. Now you can tell that there's quite a bit of stuff running through these, but the light still does pass right through them. And this one's got like dirt in some of the crevices that may be a little bit harder to get out if you're wanting to clean it. I have wiped over all of these with the wet wipes and such and brushed them off, and there's still just, sometimes it's just the stone they were next to that's stuck in it. And that's what I'm thinking about this amethyst that you have in here. I don't know if it was next to possibly like copper or iron, and that's why red's coming off. So, oh, speaking of calcite, here's another piece I have actually, and you can tell it looks kind of soft like yours does. It is more opaque. So that's pretty much the only difference, but it's just as like soft, smooth, that weird in between that it is. As well as, now this one's gonna look a lot similar to yours. This one is blue, and it definitely looks like that milky cast that's over it, but it's smooth, soft. And yeah, this one is more similar, I would say. But those are both calcite as well. And I don't know if I have any other. No, that's not it. But your amethyst here, let's look at this. I need the light. The air conditioning has kicked on, so it should go off in a little while. I don't know what's going on with my pen light. Guess it needs new batteries. Alright, so this definitely opaque. There's something plasticky about it to me. It doesn't look, can you tell? It just doesn't look right. It looks fake. But the thing is, it may not be fake. It may just be poor quality. So, let me just run the light over the whole thing. Look at every part of it. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just poor quality. Maybe because of where it was next to the other things it was by, but let's see if I can clear some of this off. There's let me do the scratch test with it. Okay, it did leave a line. It's it's not crumbling. I wiped right off. Okay, let me show you. Now, I don't have a piece this large here. Find. So, this is an amethyst point, and it's definitely a lot smaller. I have another piece that kind of reminds me of this one. I think this may be it. All of my pieces are really small. I don't think... Oh, that is also amethyst, that little tower back here. I'll grab it. I'll grab it in a moment. So we're just going to compare it. Alright, little points here. I think this is the piece that I'm referring to. This one doesn't seem very good quality to me either. It looks quite dark, but let's put the light to it. But these are my other amethyst points, and they do have a translucent appearance to them. These are in between translucent and opaque. If my light will work with us here. Yeah, but even this, and I'm not sure if you can tell, try not to blind you with the light here, but even this looks a bit more real than what you have here. Let me find the right side of it. There's just, it's too clear on the inside, I guess. What we can see, there's not a lot of lines going through it, besides like where it was cut. So it's not fake, but it's not like the best quality, if that answers your question there. So it's pretty low on the quality scale. This one's probably not too far behind. And then these points here, let's take a good look at a point. So this one's more purple throughout. My little light will last us. It's kind of hard to tell in these smaller pieces, but the light does go through it quite nicely. This is like quartz to amethyst. So you can see through that the whole way. And even though these are smaller, they have, I would say, an appropriate weight to them. So if you would like to hold them and kind of, you see what I mean? And then hold yours and see how light that is for what it is. Got a bunch of little pieces in this selenite bowl here if you want to look at them. Your last piece here. Obviously no light's getting through this. It is solid. So let's see. Find a good side to it. It's soft and it kind of squeaks. Some crystals and stones also have a ring sound to them when you tap them. This one does not. Very soft though. There's something very nice about this. It squeaks. Okay. Sorry, that was probably not the best sound, but let me find the side of it here and we'll do. Alright, this leaves a thicker line. It's a little off-white, which of course I would expect this is more of a purple tint. Okay, it wipes away, but it's still kind of there. So that's interesting. I did 3 lines here. 1, 2, and 3. And they're still kind of there. Huh. So there's something soft about it, but it's also got a bit of hardness. Makes an interesting sound when you tap it. Quite soft here. Alright, I am going to also take the magnifying glass and just look at all of them a bit closer than I was. Oh. I need to wipe down. The magnifying glass, it has been around so many dirty rocks and crystals that it's just gotten a bit dusty, foggy. There we go. Right. A second to dry. Did you have any questions in the meantime? Okay, yeah, so let's see here. My desk is not so big after there's a ton of stuff all over it, you know, so. Alright, so you're interested in some crystals for the throat chakra. Okay. Alright, let me see what I have here. I may only have 2 things here, or maybe only the one. Maybe turquoise. I would have to look at this again. I haven't really assessed this, but turquoise is good. And knock that down. This may also be turquoise. I have to look. Just look it down. Oh, I was gonna pull the amethyst tower for you. Here. Alright, so this one's got some striations through it too. I believe I'm saying that word correctly. But it's kind of like a chevron pattern around it. And even compared to your piece, which is a little bit bigger, it's still a little bit heavier. So, and that shows that. Now this one is dense. Good color, but when you look at it close with the light, you can see all of the like swirls and things going through it. It may be kind of hard to see with the way I'm showing it to you, but if you were to hold it and look at it with the light, you'd see what I'm talking about. Oh, this is also moss agate here, this little cloud. Just to show different examples. And this is a calcite tower. It is rainbow calcite. And I have a lot of aventurine. I do appreciate a good aventurine. Otherwise, I have... So I think alright, I've got some blue lace agate. This one's got some nice lines going through it, very beautiful. And then again, a little bit of speckling of whatever it was next to, or some dirt from, it got in these crevices that are made. But there's this, and I do only have this piece. I swore I had two, but sometimes people are light fingers with the tiny ones, so if you are interested in that, that is here. If you have any other questions, of course, or want to look at any of these, let me know. I do have quite a variety, but I will show you this too. This is another calcite. I'm just drawn to the aventurine and the calcites, so that's why I've got plenty of them here. But this is a nice, what I believe is a yellow calcite, unless it's considered more of a green. But it's got that smooth, soft texture to it again. Let's see. Oh, the light on this one doesn't want to work. Well, that's a darn shame. Alright, well, I'll just zoom in, and then I do have another one with a light over here. So let me just first look. And then we'll Google this one. I may just switch to that other one, because I think I do need the light for some of these. Pardon my reach. Alright. Here we go. Alright. So, this one here. Yeah, this one looks quite good. Very clean, like I said. That is definitely what it is. The zebra calcite here. Very smooth. No strange breakage. It's all clean. Don't see any inclusions on that one. Let's see here, which one haven't I did this? Oh, that's beautiful in the white. Might be hard to kind of see, but that one's beautiful in person. Over here, look. Alright. Yep, that's definitely got the paint over the top of it. And it's definitely cut, because this is quite a smooth break off of there. Definitely cut off of wherever it came from. Let's look at this mystery amethyst here. Yeah, the luster on it is not, it's not really reflecting light like a lot of these other ones where it's just kind of absorbing it, really. Kind of dull, yeah. So we've confirmed low quality there, but it's still nice, especially if you're just using it for like show. If you're putting it out as a decoration, then there's really no need to worry about the quality of it. This one is dull as well, but in a different way. It's very interesting. Let's see what this is. It could be bits of dirt or wherever it came from, like gravel. Alright, Now let me Google to see if I can figure out what this is for you. Did they say where they got it from? Like, did the person you purchased it from say where they got it from? It could have been like the state it came from, or if it was another seller. Okay. Alright, that's no worries at all. Let me... need a different tab here, but it doesn't want to show me a different tab. There we go. No, I'm not sure. This has to be a stone and not necessarily a crystal. What kind of stone is purple? Is, let's see, pale purple and somewhat soft to the touch. Let's see if it shows us some examples here. Stunning purple gemstones. It's not lepidolite. I do have that. Pale purple and soft. None of these are looking like ours here. They're precious gemstones, I'm pretty sure. It's not kunzite. I do have that as well. What's this? Don't think it's that. Now, we may not necessarily be able to find what it's called. Let me see. I might have to take the glove off. It's making it hard for me to type. Let's see. What stone is pale purple, soft to touch, and smooth texture? I don't believe it's lepidolite. It keeps telling me that this is it, but I can show you what that. I do have that. It keeps confusing it with this, which this is one that can't touch water. If it touches water, it will dissolve. It also has these striations going through it, so it looks like it's a bunch of layers just sandwiched together, like you could peel them off, which you could if you really wanted to, but that would destroy the stone. Set that down. That's more of a metallic sheen, where this is not. It's dull. Maybe I should dull appearance. The stone you might be thinking of is lavender jadeite. It looks see-through. Waxier and dull. It's not really waxy, I would say. What do you think? Do you think that's waxy? I swear it's not that, but maybe it's how it's cut that's confusing here. So let's just Google it by itself. Lavender jadeite. Let's see what it looks like. Lavender jadeite. Yeah, see, this isn't looking like what we have either. And it wants to say it's, maybe I should say it's a rock. What rock is... It's not necessarily a rock. It's more of a stone, but it's not a gemstone, and that's where it's... Fluorite? I don't think so. Oh, that's rainbow fluorite. That's what that one is. That's not calcite, that's fluorite. My apologies. Opaque. Let's add opaque to that because I think that's the issue. These are the characteristics. It went back to lepidolite. I bet if you downloaded an app that's specifically made for identifying crystals, you might be able to get the title of this. I just can't. Well, other purple minerals like sugilite and carolite. Stone. Don't think it's that either. That, again, like way too purple for what we're looking for here. What did I say the other one was? Charolite? Carolite? I don't know how it's pronounced. Charolite. No, that's not it either. Yeah, this is quite interesting. Well, it is beautiful to keep with your collection. I just cannot find an identifier for it. And it does have interesting lines going through it, but I wouldn't say it's not like this swirling pattern that they're saying. And maybe I should say periwinkle? Is that more of a periwinkle? We'll see. I'll go back and change purple to periwinkle. Otherwise, I am so sorry. I cannot figure out what it is. Normally, when I type in these features of each crystal, it brings it right up. Periwinkle. That doesn't look right either. Or a similar mineral like talc. Let's see. Anhydrite. Angelite. Possibilities. Opaque light blue with information regarding texture, illustrated and detailed. Soapstone. Phyllite. Gemstone. Yeah, that's not right. That's not what we got here. It's Understone. Maybe I'm just not finding the right color. So some of these things look about right in texture. Where's the one that... So this one is obviously carved, but this looks like the same surface of yours. I'm trying to see if we can find a purple image, but no, that's a bit shiny there. I am stumped. And again, I apologize, I'm not able to figure it out. I can keep doing research and get back to you about it. Okay, yeah, if you'd like to leave some information, just, you know, write on this piece of paper here. Did I get all of your... I got zebra calcite, rainforest jasper, aura quartz, your amethyst, and the mystery stone written on here. So yeah, if you just leave your information with me. Did you want the blue lace agate? Okay, not today. Yeah. No, of course I understand, like shopping around, seeing if you can get possibly a bigger piece, a smaller piece, depending on what you want to do. Some people like to carry them in pouches or in their pockets to be with them all day, and so I understand, like, if you need a specific size, especially if you've got all the other chakras, you want to fit them all in there. Yeah. Okay, so your crystals are on the counter there. I'm just going to move my stuff out of the way. Take your time if you'd like to look around. Otherwise, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I hope I kind of helped you figure out your stones a little bit.